guess it's time to make a video because this traffic is horrible. I just finished Nelson Flores' class and it was fantastic pattern, turn pattern. There was a moron actually getting in the way and saying that he came late, so now he's supposed to be in the fucking way of literally in the fucking way. He's supposed to make a fucking even circle. And he's like right smack in the middle, blocking me. And it's like, oh, I came late. I'm like, really? I don't care. I'm supposed to care that he came late, so he's like...
1.2 miles. Keep left, merge onto Henry Hudson Parkway north toward Bronx.
Moron, you know? Like, the audacity to say that he came late, so he needs to be in the fucking way. We all were early, we all picked our spots, and a fucking moron just like, well, I came late. I'm like, I don't care. You know, I mean, I kept it clean, and I'm like, I could have said I don't give a fuck, but it was a big class. So I'm actually like documenting it because I wanted to go to the L lobby afterwards, but I didn't get to work out. And apparently, by the time I get home, the gym would be closed as well, so I'm gonna have to do my workout at home. Not that it matters, but I wanted to do the fly.
In 1 mile, keep left to merge onto Henry Hudson Parkway north toward Bronx.
I think they're gonna close at 10 o'clock. I think they close at 10. It's supposed to be 24 hours fitness, but it's not.
Red light, camera ahead.
It hasn't been the same since the COVID crap. Because I think it was 24 hours. It was nearly 24 hours, and they kind of like changed it, which means that, you know, I used to work at night. There was one season that I used to work at night, early in the morning before I used to, you know, like go home. I used to stop at the gym, get my workout done, and then sleep. You know, I used to wind up at 6-7 o'clock at night in the morning. Because I worked the night shift, and so it's very great to have 24-hour gym, but now it's not a 24-hour gym. I'm like, when are they gonna go back to the regular schedule? I mean, you're paying for the logo of 24-hour fitness, and because of COVID, you can't go back. COVID is long and gone, 3 years. Membership was very reasonable, but I wanted to go into change the gym to the gym, which means it's a little closer to me, and it's closer to the storage place, and it's more of a more prestigious. It's more cleaner. It's more. It's a more like upscale, I would say. Other than Crunch, because Crunch is like a little far. I had Crunch before, and it was very fantastic. I love the varieties of going to 34th Street place, or I can go uptown. I think it was like 90 something, and it was fantastic. It was like I had a choice. I actually lived in Queens, and I actually used to just make a project out of it and go to Manhattan and actually. But I used to stay, do a little salsa afterwards and things like that nature. And so it wasn't really a big deal that I was in the city, because I was in the city all the time anyway. So that's why city life was not a big deal to go to 34th Street or uptown. But nevertheless, I need to get my workout. I was like beat up on... last Friday. I skipped the gym. It's better to get a little more rest, not do it religiously, and I had to move a lot of stuff, and I did make a video about it, but I didn't make a video while I was moving the stuff. There's a lot of crap in the way to put my trailer at the lot, and I had to really clean up the spot, and it took me a couple hours to do that. By the time it was gym time, I was like beat up. I'm totally out. I took a shower and I'm like, I am fucking done. It's better to get, like I said, I mean, I used to take it religiously, Tuesdays and Fridays, and no matter how I felt, I was going out. I mean, I went out to the gym. I just, it's gym day, it's gym day. That's it. That's just the way I felt about it. Gym day is like you're going to work. You're not going to skip a day unless you, you really have to. But at some point now, I have a very, very intense workout at home. I do the bar. The bar is very, very intense. Just notice that. I have done my regular bar routine is like 20 of them, 20 clips. That's one clip. And I used to do 3. But I need to like work my way into the point where if I do 14, I do 15, I'm gonna leave it alone. Because what happened is that I've been hurting myself throughout the years because I overworked myself. Second injury was like, it's called a golf ball injury. Golf ball injury. It's just the name of it, which means is that you did too much, and your shoulder is hurting. But it was the elbow at that like kind of weird, like somewhat of a pain in the elbow, and I took off like a couple of months, not knowing what it was, because I didn't do any research at all. And I was like, I mean, this pain, I just thought that I needed rest. No, there's a routine, a technique that you actually have to do to get rid of it. A handball. You rolled over the handball. It's all about the massage your elbow, and the injury would go away, which means it's a tight muscle or something like that. I just don't know the technical terms about it, but I was able to get it under control, and I still feel it, but at the same time, you need to like stick to the exercise. So I don't need to go to a quack to tell me what to do and to charge me a fucking arm and a leg. I just went on YouTube, researched a couple of things, a couple of ideas that would help me, and it's been working. But I haven't done it like religiously to the point where, and you have to like kind of like stick to the workout, stick to the massage. It's basically with a handball. And you're feeling the pain. You're actually feeling the pain because you got to roll. But it's like a tight muscle or something like that. I don't know what the technical terms, but I was able to get it under control. But at the same time, I don't want to like do it religiously, which means is that I want to look good, but at the same time, I want to feel good. I don't want to just look good and feel horrible, feel beat up all the time. So you
the light. Use the left 4 lanes to keep left to merge onto Henry Hudson Parkway north toward Bronx.
Your body is saying. If your body says it's a little beat.
In 5.5 miles, take exit 14 onto I-95 and cross Bronx Expressway toward George Washington Bridge.
I have to do it basically twice a week, and I used to at one point when I started, I used to do it once a week. But I'm like, I gotta like, get back to my regular routine. It's twice a week. So now I'm in a tight, a diet, and it's about the calorie intake, because it's a lot of I kind of like chicken. I did some chicken. I did some what do you call it? Kale, which is excellent, and spinach, and some potatoes. Potatoes is like, it's pretty much potatoes is it's supposed to be filling, and it's not for the you need to like somewhat close your stomach and stick to the diet. And it's not, like I said before, my particular diet customized for myself is that I don't want to starve myself. I need to get something in my system. So when I have the kale like my put it in the blender, put some spinach. You need your greens. So, and some chicken for protein, and you mix that up and you make the nice broth. Pretty much a broth, but it's the chicken is there. It's just that I took the bones out because I took like a big family value pack of chicken, and at some point once it was cooked, I took the bones out. So I don't want to kind of like always with the bone every day. So what I managed to do, I had a big pot and I was eating the big pot. But it came, I says, what am I doing? Just take it to put it on Tupperware. And so I made a couple of Tupperwares. I made like 7 of them. It's supposed to be 14 because I'm supposed to have like lunch and dinner. And a certain amount of portion, lunch and dinner. I do take my breaks. I had some chicken today. $7 of a whole chicken, actually. I got from the supermarket. It was nice and cooked. This particular chicken was fantastic. It was really fantastic. Because sometimes I didn't taste the salt. Because when I cooked, I didn't put any salt on it. I didn't put no salt, no pepper, no nothing. Which peppers are good for you. I forget what you call that other certain different like seasoning that is very, very good for you. I forget the name of it.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
It's good for your immune system, in other words. But anyway, I didn't put anything except just no salt. So I'll in other words, I'm just reducing my salt intake, which means if I stick to the diet, and I felt like I wanted to have the peanuts. This is peanuts. I forget what the name is called. It's a mixture of peanuts and sweets and things like that. And I cracked my tooth. How I cracked my tooth, I don't know. I'm chewing away, and I felt like a big chunk of the back of my tooth. I'm like, no fucking way. It's like the filling is already. The filling is there. So I looked at it and how bad it is. I mean, I can still chew, but it's just chipped in the inside, not the outside. But it's enough to feel it. I'm glad that it doesn't hurt. It did hurt at the beginning because I'm chewing the I'm chewing the snack, and I'm like, and I think I kind of like it was hard. It is. I don't know. I mean, you know what? It went against the principle of the diet. So that's like, because I felt the sugar. I really, really felt a lot of fucking sugar. Shit, man. It's like supposed to be healthier for you, but it's not. Peanuts alone, like, for instance, the particular peanuts that are fantastic for you, you can actually get them for free. What is it called? Brothers. It's like you go get a hamburger. 3 brothers or 3 amigo, something like that. 3 guys. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, they offer peanuts. Those are the best peanuts because they're not salty. So, but I know better next time. I'll research the peanuts and see what kind of there's different varieties of peanuts, and I don't know what they are, what they're good for.
In 2 miles, take exit 14 onto I-95 and cross Bronx Expressway toward George Washington Bridge.
Healthy, you actually have to do a lot of research. What kind of peanuts is good for you? Where you gotta be selective on things that you want to eat, and to be healthy. But kale is A+. You can never get enough kale, spinach, and there's some other ones, other cauliflower and things like that nature, where it's supposed to be a different variety of I'm sticking to something like particular pot. I'm eating the whole pot. When I almost half done with the pot, I'll start buying more stuff and adding other things to it. So where you actually not eating like a pig, you know, like you're skipping the Mickey D's mentality, all that junk food, all the sweets, especially at the summertime. If you kind of like stay away from the sweets from the summertime, like I stopped like having honey in my coffee. For one, the honey is like fucking $20 now. Like a big honey, it's like $18, man. It's unbelievable. Something I used to get for $11, and I thought that $11 was a lot. When it was like, wow, I was like, shit, man, it's $18.
Stay in the middle two lanes.
So anyway, what I have done was that I'm like, you know what? Forget the honey, because sometimes what happens is that sometimes, because it's not like a particular teaspoon or anything like that, I'm just like, you know, just putting a certain amount, and sometimes you put too much of it. The point about it's honey, it's supposed to be better than sugar, but it's not. Because what's happening is that if you really want to wake up early in the morning and you put sugar in your brain, you know, like for instance, sugar is like, you're supposed to be sharp as hell when you wake up in the morning. You get a cup of coffee.
Use the two lanes to take exit 14 onto I-95 and cross Bronx Expressway toward George Washington Bridge.
I know that the sugar is not good for the brain, not good for the, so you would have to research and find out what sugar does to the brain, so you can actually get a complete understanding. Don't take my word for it. That's just my philosophy. That I said, you know what? It's time to just cut off the sugar, cut off the honey. I'm saving $20 per, because I used to go to the supermarket.
Then keep left toward George Washington Bridge in New Jersey.
So I'm just basically spending $60, nearly $60 for the, you know, I'm not going to just buy one and then wind up, you know, getting another one, because I had no time. So I like to have at least 3 of them. So now I don't buy the, I'm just like, kind of like,
use the left two lanes to keep left toward George Washington Bridge in New Jersey.
Rum and Coke and things like that nature. So I'm like really having my coffee with no sugar at all. Just black. Forget the milk and the, you know, the project about having a cup of coffee with milk and sugar.
Keep left.
All that, you know, all that crap as far as, you know, making a project out of, you know, just having a cup of coffee. Just pour it black, that's it. I'm just guzzling it down. It's supposed to be an eye-opener, and just without the sugar. So that's my gain. No sugar at all. The less amount of sugar you put to your body, the healthier you'll become. Because your sugar intake is like, you know, you're just minimizing the sugar intake. It's cold turkey. It's not something that, it's an acquired taste. It's, you know, it's like, okay, well, it's either have a cup of coffee or without any sugar, or have no cup of coffee at all. It's like somewhat like you're used to for such a long time, having a cup of coffee when you wake up, you take a shower, you getting dressed, and having a cup of coffee. It's like, now it's no sugar, no honey, no sugar, no honey, just plain black. That's it. So the older you get, the better, more concerned about your health. As far as eating right, it's already 20 minutes.
1.5 miles. Take exit 72A on the left onto Route 4 west toward Paramus.
I can't go to lobby, and after going to Nelson Flores' class, it was fantastic. Nice turn pattern. It's he's very, very artistic, and when it comes to transferring the it's a very interesting point when it's like, you know, Nelson Flores is known to like be a salsero versus a hustle type of person. So, and he was able to convert everything that he knows about the salsa, which salsa is fantastic. I videotaped. I was early, like 30 minutes early. I sat down, took a couple of videos of his turn pattern. His turn pattern was very, very unique, very nice, very, very. It's a nice turn pattern. Nothing about these. If you notice, you know, you're spinning. If you spin the girl like 1,000 fucking times, you're not a dancer. You're not a real salsa dancer. You're spinning the girl, and if the girl doesn't like to spin, God forbid, the girl doesn't like to spin, and you like to spin the girl, girl's gonna tell you, come on, I'm getting fucking dizzy. What the hell? How many how many spins you need to give me? Like a spinning top. I'm like, what the fuck? So a good salsero would not be doing that crazy fucking spins. You do some crazy, you do some nice little turns, and then you're going back to like 1,000 turns. 1,000 spins. That is not cool. That is not. I have been doing it since 1995, and when you do that crazy spin 90,000 miles, when I did the transition between on two to on one, girls don't like the spin. Don't like.
Use the left lane to take exit 72A on the left onto Route 4 west toward
They like
Paramus.
to keep it simple. All those crazy spins, they want some turn pattern. They want to enjoy it. They want to, like, you know, give me some clever stuff. Give me some clever stuff. None of that spinning fucking top. They think they're so cool, and they think they're like
Exit left.
they are professional. They're like the professional spinner. That's not cool. That's like, you know, the girls is good for it. The girls.
In about 1.5 miles,
Not
take a
everyone.
slight right turn onto
not
Grand
every
Avenue
girl
toward
likes
Eaglewood.
crazy spins 90,000 miles. Spins. So being well-rounded when it comes to like the on one, or even so Cuban style. There's another term, different variation of salsa. It's completely different. Again, doing the transition between on two to on one, and then you're actually doing some Cuban style. The turn patterns are different. The turn patterns is not the crazy nutcase onto spinning top. It's more of you gonna have to learn the turn patterns for the particular on the.
In 1 mile, take a slight right turn onto Grand Avenue toward Eaglewood.
And then there's the rueda. The rueda is a different turn, different variations. Is a different. It's a different. Even if it's salsa, it's still considered salsa. It's Cuban style. It's rueda. They got a lot of different. So it's very interesting when when you become rounded. Then you can call yourself a dancer. And hustle, ballroom, tango. That's what you call yourself. You need to understand that calling yourself a dancer, you have to be rounded. If you're not rounded, you're limited edition to like, I only do salsa and bachata. That's it. That's.
Use the right lane to take a slight right turn onto Grand Avenue toward Eaglewood.
It's considered limited edition. You're not a dancer. You're limited dancer. A real. You call yourself a dancer, you better have at least five and better variations under your belt.
Take a slight right turn, then take a slight right turn.
It's okay to do be professional.
Take a slight right turn onto Grand Avenue.
On two, but you'll be able to do on one. You'll be able to do rueda. You'll be able to do Cuban style. You'll be able to, like, you're rounded. You don't have to feel like, oh, I only stick to a certain clicky onto douchebags. You're rounded. I mean, you can go anywhere and intertwine whenever you want. You go to an on 2, you go to an on 1, you go to Cuban style, you go to Rueda. You're able to like actually
At the next light, turn left.
be rounded. You'll be able to intertwine. I'll be able to go to Texas, and I'll be able to do the square dance, the line dance, and there's a bunch of shit that to call yourself a dancer, you know, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of different variations, a lot of.
At the light, turn left onto East Forest Avenue.
Okay.
Then the destination is on your
I'll
left.
see you in my next video, and God bless and take care. So long.